All right, we're back. I was on Twitch. I noticed the new Gaming with Mr. Everything on there, and then Filling the Void and Fly with the Legatus is all on there, as well as the updated schedule. Yeah, Filling the Void, Fly with the Legatus. Nice. Yep, it's all nice. Okay, so that was the main thing I wanted to do today on Twitch, but uh, I wanted to share with you something that happened to me last night. I was doing what you call like a comment sweep through the through my previous videos, and I came across. Um, okay, yeah, you get you. How do I explain this? How do I say this and not sound like a dick? There are people that watch the videos, and I appreciate that. And then there's people that post comments, and they're just saying what they believe, you know, and they're saying, you know, what's on their mind at the time, because like something's going on in their life or their universe, and when they watch these videos, they probably are either searching for it, or it pops up as a recommended video, or they're you know, just casually browsing through YouTube or what have you, and they find my video and they think that's going to be interesting, it's going to be exciting or whatever, and they'll pull it up and they'll watch it. Okay. And a lot of people will comment saying things like, hey, I really enjoyed your show, or wow, I didn't know anything about that, or I don't think that's right, I think it's more like this and not like that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with criticism or corrections, even if I'm not right. Well, first of all, I'm right more than I'm wrong. Okay, I'll say that, because before I make a video, before I make a YouTube video, I will do a little research. You know, I've been pretty much keeping my ear to the ground when it comes to topics that I express. I don't talk about automotive subjects. You know, I don't talk about uh, computer programming or rocket science or anything, because I don't know any of that. Okay, that's not a subject that I'm familiar with. So I only talk about subjects that I am familiar with, and I am intimately familiar with a small selection of subjects, maybe about 10 different subjects, and these are the ones that I'll post and I'll talk about. And sometimes I'll get online and I'll talk about a subject that I know nothing about, uh, but you'll get the preface that I know nothing about it. Okay, so okay, I'm digressing a little bit. The comments that what I did last night, because what I did last night, I was just going through my videos, just making sure that basically doing a comment sweep and going down each of my videos. It's primarily the videos that have a lot of views. I mean, hundreds of views. If you have like 20 or 30 views and there's a comment, I might or might not get to your comment, honestly, because I've got some videos on there that have got 3,000. I've got this one video that's got 18,000 videos. I've got one video that's got like 60,000 videos, 60,000 views, and I'm like, whoa, ridiculous to me, you know. I mean, it's not viral or anything. It's just been on such a long time that it's over time it's built up so many views. But okay, that's an airsoft video from way back when. But okay, so I'm going through the comments, and I'm seeing another anomaly. I'm seeing thumbs up on some and thumbs down, and I see like this one video. I'm going to use it as an example. The Carrack. I did a overview review of the Carrack, what its capabilities are, what the concept art looks like, because everyone knows the Carrack's not out yet, and it's still being worked on. So I gave the concept art, every concept art video picture that I could find in the universe, I put on this video, and there's probably like 30 or 40 pictures on this video. Some are not going to be used, some are going to be used, and I made my comments about how, wow, I think it's really cool. I think this nose looks really cool. I think these scanner dishes look really cool, or they don't, or these armor plates, you know, that's kind of crazy, or it's really cool. And then on the inside, I said, okay, this is where it's showing that the beds are at, and okay. And I had people comment saying, that's really cool, I'm going to trade in my Redeemer to get me a Carrack, or I'm going to, I really wish my organization would get one, or blah, 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 right? So you get a lot of these different comments that are like emotionally driven. And I'm like, okay, cool. But then there's these comments that are like, well, basically I went through every one of my Carrack comments, and the only one comment in there that could possibly be construed as a negative comment was, and it really isn't a negative comment, it's just basically giving the community an update. It basically, he said, I think that the developers have taken the beds off of the cockpit area, because there was 4 beds there, and they moved them to a different area of the ship, and those areas are no longer beds. And I'm like, okay, cool, great. Thanks for the information. You know, that's pretty much awesome. Okay, so every other comment on that comment sweep there was positive. Okay, or just, you know, driven with like excitement. Okay, so and then I go to the thumbs. Right, you got the thumb up, thumb down. Right, there's like 13 thumbs up. Okay, first of all, there's like 40 comments. Okay, then there's like 13 thumbs up. This is all from last night. Things might have changed since then. And 9 or 8 or 9, I think 8 or 9 thumbs down. And I don't get it. What? Okay, so knowing that there's like 18,000 views on, no, it's not 18,000. There's quite a bit, maybe 3 or 8,000. I think the 8,000 was on the Javelin video, but 18,000 was on the Javelin video. But the Carrack video had like 3,000 videos, 3,000 views. So I know everyone didn't comment. Okay, a lot of people just watched. Apparently, the guys that are giving me the thumbs down are not commenting. Okay, that's fine. That's a silent disapproval of this video. Now I don't mind getting thumbs down for good reasons. Okay, like, okay, now I try to think about this in ways that I would do things, and I know that's not the best way to do it, because there aren't many people like me. Okay, so but imagine you're watching a video, right? You're watching any old YouTube video, any video at all. Why would you give it a thumbs down? Okay, now there's got to be some reasons. You know, have I ever given a thumbs down on a video? I think there's only been like 1 or 2 that I've ever given a thumbs down. I don't give a whole lot of thumbs up. I don't. It's got to be one of those videos that I was like, wow, that was like let's say a movie. If I'm watching a movie on YouTube, or a TV series that somebody's uploaded episodes or whatever, I'm not giving a thumbs up. That's just, no, because it's not really your, it's not your material, right? But I'm not giving them a thumbs down. If you create your own content, and I think it's pretty cool, more often than not, I'm going to give you a thumbs up, because I say, okay, man, you did great job. Or if you review a video and say, check this video out, and this is why I like it or dislike it. If I like what you have to say, I might give you a thumbs up. But I'm not going to give you a thumbs down no matter what you say. You could say it was the worst movie in the world, and I could say it was the greatest movie in the world. I'm not giving you a thumbs down. It's because it's your opinion. That's and I respect everybody for that. Good. I'm glad you have your opinion. The only time that I give someone a thumbs down is if they're being a dick. If they're a jerk on the video, or if they just constantly are cussing, or just they're talking bad about other organizations or something like that. They have to be pretty much a bad person for me to give them a thumbs down, right? I'm not going to give anybody that's doing anything positive for the Star Citizen community or Airsoft community or computer gaming community, any of these communities that I'm a part of, I am not giving them a thumbs down. So when I receive 9 thumbs down, I think it was 8 or 9 thumbs down, on my Carrick video, it baffles my mind. It's like, why? Why would someone give me a thumbs down? And it hurt my feelings, really, because were they expecting something that they didn't get? Did they expect there to be gameplay footage or an actual avatar walking through the ship? Because the Carrick's not out yet. It's in concept. So all they're getting is concept art and my opinion of the concept art, and you know what's cool and what's not cool about it. So when I get a thumbs down for a video like that, that kind of upsets me. Okay, and it didn't really upset me that I got these thumbs down, because I'm saying, you know, everybody's got their opinion, until I got to the second video that had another good amount of views, like around 3,000 views. Okay, and this one I actually had to respond. I know they're just being trolls, and trolls feed upon people responding to their negative comments, and they really get excited about it. And when someone like myself responds negatively to them, they probably will take that information and immediately turn it around for more negative comments. I even had to take one of the guys that was making comments, and I actually banned him from my channel. So unfortunately, I just lost one viewer, you know, out of my 2 million viewers or whatever. So I banned him. Okay, well, let me tell you. I posted this video called My First Impressions of the PTU, or something like that is what it's called. First Impressions of the Public Test Universe. I get into a match in Arena Commander in the Public Test Universe, and I fly around, and it's all pretty much exactly the same. Okay, this was the first time they released the Public Test Universe to be used, right? Well, I've flown in both Public Test Universes. Now, the second one, what was really cool about that was I got a chance to use the tarantulas, and I thought that was pretty cool. They gave everybody a chance to go to the store, buy a tarantula for $0, and then you could get it in your hangar, and then you could blow stuff up, right, with the tarantulas. And I was like, ooh, that's really cool. And I'm sure they got a lot of feedback from that. But in the first Public Test Universe, it was pretty much, I loaded everything from my current account. I got in my Hornet, I flew around, and the only difference that I noticed was the Hornet flew just a slightly different. I had thought it was better, actually. But other than that, I mean, I did notice that when the missiles locked onto me, it did give me an indication saying incoming missile, as opposed to before. And now it still doesn't do that. It's like they took that, they put it in the Public Test Universe, but somehow it didn't get transferred over to the main universe. But either way, I'm in the Public Test Universe, and I'm flying around, for an hour and 45 minutes, right? I'm playing Vandal Swarm, like maybe 2 times. I've got some friends on TeamSpeak kind of talking to me about the Public Test Universe while I'm flying through the Public Test Universe, blowing stuff up or whatever, or checking it out in the hangar or whatever. Okay, and that's the content of the entire video. Okay. The comments that I got were stating that I'm an idiot because Arena Commander is not the Public Test Universe. I got a couple of comments saying that Arena Commander is their test universe. So, and then one guy even, his whole post was, why are you even playing this game? You know, and then there's there's which, okay, if he's not excited about the game, I understand that post, but I, after reading all these other negative comments, it just fell in with the negative comments. So they basically the whole chain of commental, is that a word? The whole chain of comments was, there's no such thing as a PTU. I don't know what you're talking about. That's arena. You're playing Arena Commander, and you're an idiot for calling it the public test universe. And that's what all these comments were. And I had to get back in there and defend myself, because I mean, after a couple of thumbs down on this video, a couple of thumbs down on this video, a couple of little minor comments saying you didn't like it, you didn't like it, I can accept all those. But then when it gets to this video where they are completely wrong and don't know what they're talking about, and they're a bunch of idiots, and there's like 4 of them specifically, I just said, screw it, I'm going to respond. I know they're trolls. I know this is what they're looking for, but I have to defend myself. So I got in there and I put all 4 of their names in there, and I said, guys, you're all idiots. There is such a thing as a public test universe, and this is what it is. The public test universe is CIG's way to let you play a patch before they actually patch the Arena Commander game. So you go into a special download, and I even have it on my hard drive. It's called Arena Commander, and then one right below it, it's called Public Test Universe. And when you load it, yes, you do go into Arena Commander. Yes, but it's the next patch before it gets released to the public. And so by flying around in this video, what I'm doing is I'm basically testing the patch before it goes live. And I wanted to share that with people. And you guys, the 4 that posted these comments, and I say, and you guys are a bunch of idiots. You guys obviously don't follow the game or know anything about this game, because if you did, you would be fully aware of what a public test universe is. So the guy that posted, like, why do you play this game, I kind of, I might have included him into the argument, and maybe he doesn't deserve to be there, because his comment, now that I'm thinking about it, could have been just out of, like, why do you play this game? Not why do you play this game, or whatever. Why do you play this game? It could have been, because I put the wrong emphasis on the syllable. No, I know, right? Or no glasses, right? Right? I know. Have you ever seen those glasses out there that have the little flip up, where you got these little lenses that flip up? I really wish I had a pair of those. That would be so good. When I take this pair of glasses off, I'm going to tell you right now, my computer screen is blurry, but my wall or my desk and everything is perfectly just fine. I have no blur anywhere out there. When I'm driving, this is perfect. When I'm in the house watching TV or whatever, this is perfect. But when I get to the computer screen, and it's blurry. So what I do is I slide on a second pair of glasses, and everything is perfectly clear again. So I don't know. Maybe I'm farsighted. I think I'm farsighted. So I don't know. What I really need is a pair of glasses that, maybe bifocals. Maybe that's what I need. So I just haven't gone out and pursued that. Okay, but back to the comments. I know it's funny. I laugh at it sometimes too. And at work, some people laugh at me. They go, and I jokingly say, when you're like this, people call you 4 eyes, right? Well, when I'm like this, they should call me 6 eyes, because I've got 6 eyes. But either way. Okay, so I had to respond to their comments about me not knowing what a public test universe was and what Arena Commander was. And I just had to laugh. Basically, I put on there and it says, I know you guys are just being trolls, and sometimes, it's pretty funny. It gives me a laugh that you guys are just idiots. you know. And I basically said it. And I normally never do that. I normally never call anybody names or call anybody out or you know, call people, you know. I'm not like that. I'm I'm very diplomatic, or usually I'll get on there and I'll placate to them, and I'll say, you know, like I'll just say, you guys, you know, you guys obviously might have missed the public test universe when it came out, and this is really, you know, the public test universe, and it's actually a different it's a different download from Arena Commander, even though it is Arena Commander in the public test universe, you know. And then I would say, you know, this is where you might have mistakenly misunderstood it or something like that. And normally I'm very diplomatic when it comes to things like that. But in this case, it just got under my skin to the point where I just couldn't. I just basically exploded on these guys. And I'm not saying it made me feel better, but I hope it made them understand what kind of a dick they were being, or how stupid they are. They probably didn't. They probably just got offended by my comments, which, you know, that's okay too. Normally the reason why I'm diplomatic is because any future viewer, because I leave my videos on up forever. I don't ever take a video down. So, and I've got some videos from, let's say, my early videos were airsoft videos, and this year I plan to do some airsofting too. But couple of years ago, I have some airsoft videos on there, and of course there's some guys on there saying that gun's no good, or, you know, why don't you do this to your gun, or you're an idiot for adding that to your gun. And okay, well, hey Wugga, I'm sorry you got bad internet connection. um I'm watching my stream on Twitch. I've got my broadcast right here, and I'm only broadcasting at 30 FPS. So I'm broadcasting right here. I'm not broadcasting at 60 FPS. I've tried that, and there is a lot of lag. So I'm broadcasting at 30 FPS here, and my stream that I'm watching on Twitch is perfectly smooth. Uh, and I don't know if it's your internet connection or what, but I don't know if you have the ability to lower your resolution, but I'm not going to lower the resolution for everybody else. And I'm only broadcasting at 1080. I'm not broadcasting at anything like 4K or anything like that. Because I understand that most people don't have, you know, those monitors yet. I know that's something that's coming out. I know the price will be coming down and people will be going to 4K and might broadcast in 4K later, but right now I'm staying at 1080p. So yeah, if I ever see the Twitch stream start to buffer or spin or anything like that, then I know that there's something going on. Plus, I'm looking over here on my broadcast software, and it does tell me if I ever have any dropped frames, or if my FPS ever drops, or if my kilobytes per second ever drop. And it's bright green right now, you know, and it's got 0 frames dropped and 30 FPS. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so we're almost done with I am going. So far, we're still following the schedule I've got posted right here. We do have. I don't even know where my schedule is. Okay, we got Arena Commander coming out here in about 5 minutes, and I'll definitely go ahead and just fly a couple of Vandal Swarm games or something, just to see what's going on. And I don't know if we're still doing the crap Cutlass, but I bet you that's, if we are, I'm going to take a couple of guns off the Cutlass and put it on my Hornet, because those sawbucks are pretty kick butt. I like them. I like them, not a lot, but I do like them. I was going to say I like them a lot, but I don't. It's just I like them. All right. You guys have any questions at all for me about Star Citizen or anything like that? If you do, now's the time to ask. I'll be glad to answer any question. If there was anybody that knows more about Star Citizen than me, I would have to say it would be an employee at CIG, because if it's not fan related information, that's not really what I follow. I follow official information. And so if you've got any questions about what's going on in their studios or anything about the game or anything like that, ask me. I'm pretty much on top of everything. And that is the truth. And if I don't know it, if you ask me a question and I'm unable to answer that, I guarantee you $100 that I will go out and find out the answer. You know, so because I hate not knowing. If there is a question out there that I don't know, I hate not knowing the answer. So I'll go out there, and that's probably why I know so much. Our squadron, a First Royal Aerospace Squadron, we're going to be flying tonight around 7 o'clock this evening. If you guys are interested in, and having said that, I did see a little buffering going on just then. But no frames dropped or anything. But no, I did see Twitch buffer just a little bit right there. No, we're going to be flying tonight. We usually work on some thing, not really training and not really part of our organizational flight school or anything, but we do have like sometimes we'll just say, hey, somebody get into a Hornet, and I'm going to try to do this, and let's see if we can do that, you know, and or it's basically just experimenting and stuff like that. We do a lot of that on Monday nights. We also just go around flying and blowing stuff up too. So when I do the work on Robotech models, I think I'm going to be watching the 10 for the Chairman. Hopefully it'll be out by then. So yeah, I mean, it might already be out. I'm not even on the website. I could probably pull the website out right now. Wait, that's our website. Oh, the RSI News is down. Okay, so give me a second. Let me jump over to the RSI site. Yes, Silent Crow, I do, and but I also know that. Okay, 10 for the Chairman's not out yet. Okay, so I also know that they know about it because Chris and the gang, Tony Zurvek and all them have basically said that they're aware of a few exploits, and they're working on making designs that's going to prevent it. And one of them is first of all, exploits are always illegal. Okay, and my phone. Okay, so exploits are always going to be probably illegal unless some other ones pop up. But the one that I'm specifically talking about is you find a factory that needs iron ore, okay, let's say, and it puts out an advertisement saying needed 15 tons of iron ore, let's just say. And I think this is the example that they gave. Okay, so now merchants around the verse are going to be getting notifications through the TDD that iron ore is needed on Planet X. Okay. Well, pirates are also going to have people at the TDD getting these notifications. They're going to say, hey, guys, and they're going to tell their organization, hey, guys, Planet X needs iron ore. The TDD is offering missions for people to bring iron ore to the Planet X. So let's go to Planet X, let's hang out and wait for these bulk freighters to come in with iron ore and gank them. Okay, so that's only the first half. So they go out there with their pirate ships or whatever, and they wait at the jump points and they scan the systems and everything. And I understand there's going to be multiple instances and all that stuff, but the odds are they might or might not be able to find these freighters with iron ore. And then they're going to gank them, right? They're going to take the iron ore. That does two things. It does two things for them. It causes the planet not to get the iron ore that they need, and it causes the pirate, well, it also hurts the merchants that are going into that planet, so they might not be able to carry a second load because now they're waiting for their ship to be replaced from insurance or what have you. And the pirate now has iron ore. And then they just hold on to it. They don't go anywhere with it. They just wait with it. Because they're pirates. They don't they go stashing on their asteroid or whatever. The planet puts out a second notification. Hey, I need iron ore. You know, can you come please deliver iron ore? We'll offer increased prices for the iron ore. And then the pirates go grab their iron ore, they fly it in, and they sell it at the increased price. So that's a way to make your money quickly, because they didn't have to mine for the iron ore. They didn't have to transport it there because someone else brought it there for them. And all they have to do is deliver it. Now the problem is, and this is where I think CIG is going to get around this problem is, first of all, most of the transporting is going to be done by NPCs. So you're going to have 10 NPCs for every player that brings iron ore out there, right? So these pirates might or might not grab an NPC, or they might grab a player, and even if they did grab a player, there's still 9 other ships flying in with iron ore. So they're going to deliver that. The NPC is going to deliver that iron ore, and then the pirates wasted their effort because now they have iron ore, but that planet no longer needs it. So they basically will have to go about something else another way. So I think that's how they're getting around it. They're going to have a bunch of NPCs taking those missions as well as players, and as a pirate trying to stop the influx of iron ore. They won't be able to do it. They won't be able to stop it. They'll only be able to stop one ship or make. But then again, what if it's a huge pirate organization, right? And they can stop every ship coming in with iron ore. Well, that would be a feat. And yeah, so what do you guys think? What do you think about that? While you're thinking about that, I'm going to bring up my Arena Commander. Or am I? Okay, there we go. What does it say that for? Okay. Start that over. It gave me an error code that said host single instance, and now it won't close. Arena Commander. Okay, starting the task manager. Launcher. End task. There we go. There it goes. There it is. Wait. Another thing, if you didn't know this about Arena Commander. Okay, perfect. If you have equipment issues, and I do, my canard turret doesn't recharge my weapons 100% of the time, unless I go into the client, citizen client, and go to the user file, open that up, and then delete my inventory XML. When I do that, then it refreshes, and I have no problem with my canard turrets. go. I don't know if that's going to be in the way of anything, but I guess we'll see. Is that the same schedule? Yep, it is. Okay, okay, I get it. Where would you look if you're going to try to find the Bengal? All right, now you're talking about the one that he's putting out into space that players are going to have to discover through exploration. They're going to find a derelict Bengal carrier out there, and their organization will be able to occupy that as a base of operations, and that other organizations, when they find it, if they want it, they might fight you for it, because it's going to be kind of like a floating space station in an instance in an area. Well, guess what? I think that has changed. Because in one of the most recent 10 for the Chairmans, he's talking about, he mentions or lets slip that there could be a Bengal in orbit around a planet, and that it will only be in the first instance. So if they only allow 100 people in an instance, and you and your friends are in that instance with the Bengal, when another player goes into that instance on their way to the planet, they'll never see the Bengal. It won't, and if they come in with their 100 to take it from you, they'll not be able to do that because you already have 100 people on it, and you're filling up that instance. And if you only have 75 people in the instance, and they jump in with 25, they're still not going to be able to take that Bengal because that's 25 versus 75. You know what I mean? So he did say that. He said that the Bengal could be in orbit around a planet, and when you go to that planet, and so yeah, so I don't know how they're going to work that, because my understanding was originally back in the day they were planning on using the Bengal as kind of like an organizational objective, where you could have like in other MMOs, they would have like raids that you would sign up for, and that you would go on the specific raid. And in this instance, it would be the Bengal raid, and you would raid the Bengal, and it would be either occupied with NPCs, or it would be players. After they take it, they can hold it, and that kind of stuff. So I think they've changed that concept. I think that's and I honestly, I don't think they know. I don't think they know. So because now my understanding is is that you can actually own a Bengal carrier and have it fully functional and be able to fly from planet to planet. So, but that might be a big effort, and it might be, what do you say? It might be illegal. So that's not going to happen inside the UEE legalized areas. You might only be able to do that in an area like, oh shoot, there's some worlds out there that are not UEE patrolled. And there's even one that there was a big naval battle. I just did a star charts for it just maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Baker? Was it Baker? Nix? Might be. No, it's not. I don't think it's Nix. I think Nix has the crashed ship. Baker? Crap, I don't remember. I don't have all those memorized. Okay, let's go to the ship or the table, and let's see what we got here. Okay, there it is. Cutlass is still there. These are the guns that I want. Oh, go to weapons. I can't wait for a holo table where I can actually see my mouse pointer. I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of flashing in and out. And yeah, that's frustrating. Okay, let's go to my first Hornet. And let's put the canard turret on the chin. Let's add these sawbucks. Let's make sure we give them some ammo. Thought they were 60s. Not 60s. Must be the 40s. Yeah. Okay. So we've got ammo. Now what do we got on the guns here? Okay. I plan to do a variety of different things in the game to make money. First of all, we're going to, as our organization, okay, just let me tell you a little bit about the 1st Royal Aerospace Squadron as an organization. We are a private military organization, right? In game, that's what it's labeled as. But in fiction, what we are is a Marine UEE aerospace squadron, and we're going to be defending and playing for legitimate citizens. So if anybody needs an escort, they can call on us, and we will charge them to perform escort duties. Now we'll also have our own merchant auxilia that is bringing cargo and freight from point A to point B. And our long-term goals will be to own our own factory where we're producing a consumable good that players and NPCs will be purchasing from us. But to do that, we're going to have to get the resources. We're going to have a factory to be able to produce this stuff. So that's our long-term goal, to be able to do that. I mean, that's one of our long-term goals. But in the meantime, before we do that, we're going to carry cargo. We're going to mine ore. We're going to salvage wreckage. We're going to hire ourselves out as cargo escorts or player escorts. If someone's doing an exploration mission and they need a fighter to escort them because it's in hostile territory or something like that, we'll do that. We have our own explorers that will probably take missions of exploration from the TDD, and they might want us to also escort them. So we'll have our own exploration group and our own bounty hunting group and our own merchant group being escorted by our fighter groups, and then we'll also have on-ship Marines. So if players need, and when I say players, like outside the organization, if they need to hire Marines to man their turrets or to board ships for them, or defend their ships in an escort, like as let's say it's they're taking iron ore to Planet X, and they need Marines on board ship to repel boarders, pirates, and stuff like that. They can hire us, and we'll have Marines on their ships. We'll also man their turrets. We'll also have fighters escorting them. That's what our organization is planning on doing, and we have. But we'll also be taking our own missions doing it. Now, what's the fastest way to make money? Right now, I don't think I can answer that question. I don't think I can answer it effectively. Let's just say that. I think mining is going to be the way to make the best money the fastest. I honestly do. And the reason why that is if you watch our Filling the Void video, which we did this Saturday, It's a podcast that we have every other Saturday, and in that video we discussed mining in detail, and my intro to mining was this, and I'm going to restate it. And those of you that are here to watch Arena Commander, I'm sorry, but I just want to answer this question real quick before. Well, you know what? I can answer it during the loading screen, can't I? Yes, I can. So let's go to Arena Commander. Let's go to, yeah, I'm going to try Spectrum Maps, see if anybody else shows up. Program looks good. Okay, so mining in Star Citizen, if you can imagine, I don't know how many other MMOs you've played, or how many MMOs you watched or whatever. Almost all MMOs have a crafting system, okay? And Star Citizen is no different. It doesn't. They say they don't have a crafting system, but they do, because all you have to do is compare these two activities. Okay, imagine playing Elder Scrolls Online, right? You're a blacksmith, or you have a blacksmithing skill. You go out with a pickaxe, you see iron ore on the side of the street. It's funny, but it's sitting there. And you go up with your pickaxe and you go pickaxe, 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 and then 2 seconds later it goes, you have 3 iron ore. Yay. Okay. And then you go to the next rock and you go pickaxe, pickaxe, pickaxe. You have 2 iron ore. And then you go to the next one. And once you get 10, right, 10 iron ore, you take it to the blacksmith and you go up to the little anvil and you go bang, 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 10 iron ore gets 1 iron ingot. Yay. And then you go and you say, I want to make a sword. Well, guess what? It takes 3 iron ingots. So you get more iron ore, you convert it into iron ingots, and then you go make a sword, right? Okay. That's crafting in Elder Scrolls. Guess what? Star Citizen has the exact same system. You go up to an asteroid. You hit it with your pickaxe. I mean your Orion. You collect up the iron ore. You take it to a refinery, or in this case, you have one inside the Orion. It converts it to iron ingots. You carry these iron ingots and sell them to a merchant, a factory that is producing swords or missiles or ships or whatever it's producing. Or you own a factory and you deliver these iron ingots to your own factory and it creates the item. So guess what? It's a crafting system. It's crafting 101. And if you have a special skill at crafting, you can create, what do they call it? They call it overclocking. You can overclock. I thought I ejected. I pressed the wrong button. You can overclock your items to be 10% better than a normal item. Guess what? That's a better recipe, in most other games. So what I'm saying is, it's exactly the same. And you're going to be able to make money that way because, just like in other games, you can... We're going to play this game. You can craft for other people and sell them those ingots. Or you could mine for other people in the trade auction and you can sell them your swords. Well, guess what? In Star Citizen, you can do the exact same thing. So, that's all I'm saying. Okay, let's play. Let's play. So I think mining is going to be the first step in the crafting system to generating money. Our squadron, though, is probably going to be the second step of transportation. Okay, I think he's going to run into something, so we're going to go with this one. But he's already on him, so... Target destroyed. It's because he ran into an asteroid. I got Panthers. They're pretty awesome. Before anybody asks, I am my mouse and keyboard. Mouse and keyboard. Are there? Okay, maybe I need to adjust my energy a little bit.
Scanning.
Nice.
Bogey.
Or as they say, noise. I don't like flying in the asteroids, just FYI.
Scanning. Bogey.
I think he got that one. Nova Princess? Okay, cool.
Target destroyed. Forward. Proximity.
I haven't even fired my other guns yet. Or my missiles. I wouldn't call my missiles missiles. I mean, technically they are missiles, but...
Scanning. Bogey.
The benefit of exploration is not the missions you take, it's the things you discover. So it's... You can't say that exploration is not going to be rewarding. It gives you a different reward, a reward other than, how do I say it?
Target destroyed.
As an example, let's say you're exploring a system for jump points, and you find a jump point that nobody knows about. You can just imagine how much money you can make on that. I mean, you could sell it to the UEE and make a finite amount of money, or you could put it up for the market, and you could say, I found this jump point in from going from this system to this system. Does any organization out there want to buy that? Because nobody else knows about it just yet. And you could make quite a bit of, you can make a killing that way. As another example, let's say you find a jump point that nobody's found before, and you traverse it and you go through it, and you discover a brand new system. Just imagine what could be done with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's not the missions that you take, it's what you find. Oh, he's on that one. And that goes against my dicta. Where's that guy? Yes, you can. You can sell jump points.
Scanning. Bogey.
Now there will be missions, like they even mentioned a mission at the town hall, that there's going to be a comet flying through a system, and there will be missions to go fly to the backside of this comet and take photographs of ice crystals breaking off from the backside of a comet for a scientific mission. And that's kind of an exploration mission right there. And they'll pay you something. And they said, but that's going to have its own dangers, because now you got to dodge these ice crystals that are a la, you know, Armageddon or whatever. Yeah, I think they're tackling one profession at a time, you know, and the mining profession is really their first profession that they really went into details with. So other professions will get their own like when the Carrack comes out, let's say, and that's the exploration vessel. I'm sure they'll get into detail about explorations and stuff like that, and so we just got to be patient.
Target destroyed. Shields charging. Shock. Shields charging. Shock. Scanning.
Wow, really?
Propulsion is offline.
A lot of things are offline,
Propulsion low. Shields charging. Alert.
but I still got shields.
Overheating. Shields charging.
I have no guns.
Propulsion low. Shields charging.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
I got my ELO 2587 laser pistol. Look at that! Oh, my laser pistol destroyed it!
Hostile destroyed.
Okay, so I guess I'm not breaking it up anymore.
Zero hostile contacts
Aerospace.
remaining.
All systems online. Scanning.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Are there?
Scanning.
I'm upset with myself because I actually got killed before wave 9. Not paying attention.
Bogey. Chaff.
Oh.
Scanning. Bogey.
Hostile destroyed.
Bogey.
Hostile destroyed.
Really? Oh, a little lag monster, huh? Okay. How did it get to 2,000 that fast? Or it must be lagging.
Chaff. Bogey. Target destroyed.
Hostile destroyed.
Forward. Proximity alert.
Zero hostile contacts remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
There, yeah, you can actually set up in your user file some
Bogey.
some settings that will reduce certain graphic levels. Do you have it set to the minimum graphics
Bogey.
Hostile destroyed.
in the options? Try that, and then go up one at a time until you get to a graphic that you can still run.
Hostile destroyed.
Come on, Nova Princess, those are my guys.
Forward. Proximity alert. Scanning.
Hostile destroyed. Elite units eliminated. Warning.
Okay, then I'm going to have to say, if you can't get it to run on your computer at the lowest graphic settings,
Scanning.
then you're going to have to upgrade your computer.
Bogey.
Now, like, let me ask you three questions,
Bogey.
and tell me if you can answer these questions. What is your processor, your main CPU on the computer? What is your graphics card?
Forward.
And how much RAM do you have?
Scanning. Forward. Proximity alert. Target destroyed. Shields charging. Shields full.
Hostile destroyed.
Propulsion low. Shields charging. Shields Charging.
Hostile destroyed.
Shields full. Propulsion low.
Hostile destroyed.
This guy's kicking my butt. He's got to be.
Hostile contacts.
Oh yeah, 3 times my score.
Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Okay, RAM's 8 gigabytes. That's not terrible.
Bogey.
Okay, that's not terrible, but that's kind of average, I guess. That AMD A4 3400 graphics, you're gonna have to upgrade that.
Scanning.
You need to get up to the 20th century with that.
Bogey.
Hostile destroyed.
Now, are you playing it on a laptop or a desktop? And before you answer, if you say laptop, then there's nothing I can do for you.
Remaining. Contact. Elite units en route.
Okay, desktop, perfect. So you should be able to plug in a $200 video card, no problem. I'd recommend, what I'm playing it on right now is the GTX 770, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and an i7 processor.
Scanning.
Now your hard drive, depending on, don't even worry about your hard drive. All the hard drive is going to do is increase your load times. So if you get a faster hard drive, your load times might increase or decrease. It would be better.
Target destroyed.
Hostile destroyed.
Propulsion low. Shields charging.
Yeah, he's in a Super Hornet. No wonder he's outdoing me.
Shields charging.
Warning.
Propulsion
There are
low.
multiple hostiles inbound.
Shields charging. Scanning. Shields charging.
There are some new graphics cards that are coming out that are even better than mine. Of course, there always was anyway, but they're even better than the 770, and their price is probably right around the same amount. Yeah, I'm playing on the same computer that I'm streaming on. And I also have 3 monitors, which I've got all 3 monitors running at the same time, which
Hostile destroyed.
Aft hit.
puts a little strain on the graphics card too. So if I was to only just use one monitor, that would improve my performance a lot. But I like to see what's going on in my stream, and I like to see what's going on like TeamSpeak and stuff like that while I'm playing.
Shields charging.
So that's why we've got, and I have 3 monitors.
Shields.
I know it's probably one monitor too many, but I have 3 monitors because originally I was going to play this game in surround, where you could see it on all 3 monitors, and I've tried it a couple of times,
Bogey.
and it's really fun
Hostile destroyed.
that way. I mean, extremely fun, because I can just look over here and see to my left and right, you know. But the problem with that, and I've got track IR, but I also don't use that right now.
Is offline.
Something's offline. I'm getting distracted.
Aft shield.
I'm not playing very well.
Bogey. Shaft.
Oh, that's great.
Propulsion. Offline. Alert.
So, I tried that, but it prevented me from seeing like TeamSpeak. And when you stream like that, then you don't get the full screen image like you do on Twitch. You get this very narrow, like letterbox view of the stream, and people, you can't really see anything as a viewer watching on just one monitor. Yeah, and whenever I switched back, when I switched from one monitor to 3 monitors,
All systems online.
Hostile
Scanning.
destroyed.
it moved all my icons that I have on my screen, and they pushed them all together on the right side or something like that. And
Scanning.
I'd have to move them after every time I switch back and forth, so I didn't like that. So I just stay in one monitor, and I'm gonna use my Trek IR effectively. Hopefully. I haven't used one missile this whole match, you know. That's because my missiles aren't real missiles, they're dumbed fire. I'm going to die here in just a second, so...
Charging. Alert. Systems overheating. Alert. Systems overheating. Scanning.
0 hostile contacts remaining. Warning. There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Scanning. Bogey.
Let me think about that for a second.
Scanning. Bogey.
I honestly think that a Cutlass might actually be a well-rounded ship. It's not great at any one thing, but it will let you do everything. So it's not it can fight. It's not a fighter. It can carry cargo, but it's not really a cargo ship. It can carry troops. It can explore. You can bounty hunt with it. You can do everything in a Cutlass. You can have friends with you, onboard ship with you, manning turrets, stuff like that. Yeah, right now I think it might just be the Cutlass. And it's not going to cost you too much money. 100 something maybe, if that much. And guess what? And remember, you don't have to back the game. You don't have to pay money for ships and stuff like that. All that is, all buying a ship. Oh, I don't know thrust. I have no maneuver. Oh, great, this ain't good. I have no weapons. Okay. Well, that would explain it. What? Okay. I think I'm out because if it's after wave 16, yeah, we're on wave 18. So let's see if I can kill anybody with a laser pistol. No, I just died. Not cool. Yeah, Super Hornet. Yeah, Super Hornets are OP right now. They are, which they should be. They should be OP because they are the superiority fighter. They are the UEE's preeminent dogfighting vessel right now. That's not kind of what I gathered from the initial documentation of the Super Hornet. I thought the Super Hornet was a two-seat fighter that gave you that opportunity to have a pilot or a commander or command and control in the back seat, helping the squadron. I did not foresee the Super Hornet being the best dogfighter in the game, but currently, right now, it is the best dogfighter in the game. They are going to be releasing 2 or 3 more fighters. You know, the Lightning, the Vanguard, and the Hurricane, and yeah, and those guys are probably going to be kick butt. One of them has 8 weapon hardpoints, so that's going to be pretty much awesome because the Super Hornet has 6. Let me see if there's any other ship that can do like everything. Not really. I mean, you can get a fighter, and you know you can get the 300i or the 315p of the Explorer, right? And it can be a fighter, sure. It can do an exploration, sure. That's what it's designed for. It probably could do some mining. You just put like a tractor beam on it, I'm sure. It could probably do cargo transport. You can have a friend in the back, you know. So the 315p might be another one to go with. But I think the Cutlass might be a better choice just because it's a little bit bigger, and it's modular, where the 315 is not modular. So it's just something to think about. Not all ships are modular. Don't get the impression that every ship is modular. It is not. When I say modular, what I'm talking about being able to exchange major components like the Cutlass. You can actually take out the cargo hold and replace it with a med bay. That is modular. You can take that med bay out and replace it with holding cells. That is modular. Just taking a laser off of a turret and replacing it with a different type of gun. That is not the module system. Yes, that's technically is modular, but that's not what we're talking about when we talk about modular. That's just you'll be able to customize it the way you want. But modular means that you can take big chunks out and replace it with another big chunk. The Carrack shows off a very good explanation of how that is modular. Underneath, in its cargo area, there are these containers that slide into these grooves. And if you pull one of these containers out and replace it with a different type of container, you just made it modular. Like one of the containers might be a med bay, another one might be a lounge, another one might be a cargo container, another one might be a liquid cargo container, like for extra fuel or carrying fuel or fish or whatever. And let's say you don't want to carry fuel anymore. You pull that out, you put it in another cargo container. That's modular. There's not really enough time for me to fly again, I don't think, unless I just blow myself up. So what I want to do now, before I jump into, let me do this. Yeah, I'm going to pull some of my Robotech models over here and I'm going to start working on them. And then while I'm doing that, I know you guys are going to be like so bored while I'm cutting models and trimming them and stuff. But you guys can. But what I'm also going to do is watch Tim for the Chairman while I'm doing that. So if it's even on, if they've uploaded it yet. Dang, it's not even uploaded yet. Okay. So maybe working on Robotech models, and you guys are more than welcome to continue to ask me any questions about Star Citizen you want. I'll be glad to answer those. Yeah, that's not a problem at all. I'm going to put my headset down, and I'm going to go over and grab my cutting board and my glue and my models, and I'll be right back.